Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your December 2024 reading. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Ellena, and for those who are new here, hello, welcome. I'm going to be tapping into your December energies, and also feel free to check out your rising and moon signs. Sometimes I find like those play an intricate role in the collective message that Spirit wants to bring for you. So let's begin and see what's in store for Pisces. Let's see, oh, it just wants two right now, really. Okay, let's start with these two. Focus. Oh, wow. So this card, it says, take time to write down your thoughts and feelings. Start a vision board. There's a story within you that needs to be expressed. So I have a feeling like Spirit is really wanting you to start writing that book. Start your project. Start that painting. Start that craft. Start building those things. Start investing in your business. There's something here where I think like, I wouldn't say time is of the essence, but I feel like maybe there has been possibly procrastination in terms of this or distractions, like things come up, like obviously, we can't always 100% focus on what we want to do sometimes, especially if, you have, responsibilities, you have, kids to take care of, family to look after or something, but I feel like right now Spirit is not really joking around when it comes to you taking the time to start building or moving towards that thing. Oh, interesting. Balancing act. It's kind of on the side too, like on this angle here. So balancing act. Yeah, I feel like you've been trying to find balance between doing what it is that you want to do, like creating that business, but also dealing with other things that maybe require a lot of your attention. And this is that's tricky. That's always tricky. Balance is very tricky. I feel like I wouldn't say like cut people off or whatever and focus just on your stuff. Like some people can't do that, right? There's people that need you. So it's almost like scheduling a time in your day to, let's say, half an hour, you're gonna, I don't know, focus on your health. Half an hour of the day, you're gonna go for a nice walk. Half an hour of the day, you're gonna do a nice yoga exercise, or half an hour of the day, you meditate. Something. Half an hour of the day, you write, and then you leave it at that. Something about that, because it'll all accumulate as time goes by. And I feel like that's kind of what Spirit is asking you to do. I don't know why I'm kind of like giggling at this, because I feel like you've been like trying to do this for a long time. And it's just like, it's almost becoming comical. It's almost like, Spirit, what is happening here? If you give me these ideas, you need to help me carve time. And then Spirit is saying, you have to also try to carve time. We can help you, because sometimes Spirit can be very blunt in terms of like, let's say you pray to start your project or that creative thing. Spirit, let's say you don't have time. Spirit sometimes can be super aggressive, and let's say your job is no longer, maybe that you get laid off. Like, hopefully that never happens, but like stuff like that can happen if they are really adamant about you doing something, and if they really need you to focus on it. So you don't want to get it to that point. You want to work with Spirit, you want to work with the universe to kind of not make it so jarring for you, right? And also this will fuel you, okay? So it'll fuel you as well to kind of nourish your soul, so you have more energy to nourish the people around you, is what I'm picking up. Stretch yourself. Interesting, I was talking about, yoga, was it? So maybe yoga might be really beneficial for you at this time. Stretch yourself. It's time for you to move past your comfort zone and into the unknown. This image is always like showing me how fast that star is like shooting off. I feel like, this space that you're at, maybe it's like a time where you feel like you're watching other things go by, or you feel like this can't possibly be me. Like, look at how far they're going. Look at what they're doing. I can't do that right now. And it's almost like that mentality or that state where you're thinking that it's not possible for you. But Spirit wants you to know that it is possible for you. It's absolutely possible for you. But there's some sort of like self-imposed limitations that you're putting on yourself that is preventing you from really taking that extra step to kind of move into that space. And you know, you don't have to go that fast, right? I think sometimes we get so eager, we're like, okay, if it's not happening in 3 months, it's not meant to be or something. But Spirit is saying like it's happening as long as you take the steps. One step is still better than no steps, leading you towards what it is that you want to do. So that's kind of what I'm picking up for you, Pisces, as the energies are in December. Yeah, it's really about balancing. So let's see what else does Spirit have to say for Pisces. Clear quartz. I don't know if you can see that. Is it dark? Is my space dark right now? Sometimes I feel like I put a light on my table and I feel like it might be too bright, but I don't know. Here we go. It says, let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. So yeah, there's something where I feel like there's like frustrations. I feel like you're feeling a bit frustrated with, I wouldn't say stagnancy. You're always in the right place at the right time. I wouldn't say that there's stagnancy, but I feel like you feel frustrated at the pace of which things are unfolding for you. And I feel like I'm slightly overwhelmed. Like, I feel like it's like how you're not sure how to break out of this balancing cycle or to bring more balance. And Spirit wants you to ask for help. Spirit wants you to start asking for help, asking for them to help you, asking for ways to make your life simpler. And I know this sounds really silly, but let me tell you, I was going to make a video on this, where in order for me to try to get into a space where I want life to be easier, I started to buy things that made my life easier. Like, I know it's silly. Like, for instance, a soap dispenser, my dishes or whatever. Like if I wash I can't even talk right now. When I wash dishes, my soap dispenser was the one where you have to lift it and like pour it in your hand and then like wash dishes. Whereas I just did a simple thing where I just bought one with a nozzle that you just press with one hand. So it just makes it easier. It's the same thing as having a phone holder in my car. I never had that before. So I used to put my GPS on my seat. And I don't know why I struggled doing that all the time. Like, but I got, a phone holder in my car and it just made things so much easier. Like, I got myself some soft lights in my house because, and I had a dimmer like closer to me, on my bedside. So like, I don't have to get up to turn off the lights. Like, it's like these little simple, super simple things that you incorporate in your life. And what it's teaching you is that your life should be easier. Your life should be easy. It should flow easier. It shouldn't require a lot of effort. Like, whatever you need to ease your life is right there. So that was kind of my practice in trying to add more ease and to train my mind that it shouldn't be so difficult, or it shouldn't be a strain. It should be more flowing in my life, a smoother flow in my life. So I don't know if that's gonna help. That's just like what I was kind of like inspired to do these days, because yeah, you don't even realize that you're juggling so much stuff, or you're struggling, or you're like doing things in a harder way until you realize there's a solution to this, or like there's an ease. If you buy this thing, it will bring ease to you. If you ask for help and somebody can provide that for you, it's like it makes life so much easier. Okay, so purification and detoxification. Garnet. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins in your life. So, yeah, I just keep hearing balance. So it's not just balance in your work life or your home life. It's about your health. It's about taking that time to meditate, taking that time to go into nature, taking that time to journal, taking that time to take your vitamins, eat healthier, you know? Like, there's something about really clearing out things that are not in alignment with you. It could be simple things too, like clearing out your email junk or whatever, clearing out your house, throwing away that pile of stuff that you never use. Something about that. It's to make room for the new. You're clearing out the old stuff. Energetically, everything holds stuff. So, like, if you clear it away, you're going to have room for new things. Look at this. Balancing masculine and feminine energies. Allowing your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. You know, I've used this deck several times. I have never had this card. Ever. I've never seen this card. Interesting. Balancing. Yeah. It's also balancing doing and resting. I know. This is a big theme for you, Pisces. Like, and I think this message is really trying to hit home here. Like, this is not just like thinking about things that you want to do. It's about doing it as well, which makes sense with the first two cards that came up. Yeah. And it's hard to do that when you feel like you're being stretched too thin or you're being pulled in all directions. I always say this as well, like, if you don't focus on yourself and your health, nothing else really matters, you know? Like, in terms of, like, if you're not there, for instance, if you burn out at a job, that job's not going to be able to be done. Someone else will have to step in and do that job, right? So it's almost like you have to take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, it's just you, right? If you don't take care of yourself, you can't do the things that you want to do. So Spirit is really just, I think it's a redirection of focus too. I feel like, oh my God, so many cards. Redirection of focus. Okay, this one wants to come out, so let's see. So it says spiritual path. This came out for Capricorn, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. And turquoise is a crystal that is associated with your higher heart. So it's about speaking and expressing what's on your heart. Speaking your truth, but it's also connected to your emotions. Like, what is it that you need? Being clear about what you need in life and asking for assistance and asking for help to assist you in getting those needs met, and to also help you change your life in a way that's more balanced and what is better for you. This came out too. I can't remember which reading this was, but it says, revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. I think it's also expressing your vulnerabilities. I feel it's hard to ask for help sometimes, you know, especially if you're like overly independent and maybe, you know, you don't trust that other people can be there for you, or you don't want to leave them behind, or you don't want to let them down. There's something about that, which I do plan on making a video about hyper independence, which, you know, maybe I'll have time today to try to do that. But yeah, like, there's something here that there's a resistance inside where it's causing, I don't know, almost like guilt, feeling a little bit guilty for taking time for yourself. I'm not sure, but there is some sort of inner resistance that's might be causing this imbalance. It's like not wanting to prioritize yourself, whether it's because you're feeling guilty or you feel like overwhelmed and you're not sure, or you've been so conditioned to care for everyone else around you and putting your needs on the back burner. So Spirit really wants you to kind of take the time to kind of understand where that's coming from, so then you can bring your life more into balance and to be happier, right? Like, it's not fun to constantly be there for everyone else, but when you need someone, it's like nobody's really there for you. That's not good. Like, you're deserving of reciprocity, equal exchange of energy and support and community and joy. Okay, here we go. Heart of compassion. Yeah. It says, there are many people around you now who benefit from your loving, compassionate heart. Yeah. Pisces, it's because you're such a loving being. You're so supportive and you care so much about other people. Like, it's making me emotional when I see this. It's like you're constantly giving to people around you because you love them, because you care about them. It's because your heart is so big. But it's almost like it's becoming, I wouldn't say like a burden, but it's making you not the main character of your life. You are the main character of your life, you know? Like, you must fill your own cup so that you can fill others without feeling depleted. And right now it's not balanced. So you are feeling depleted. You're feeling overstretched. Maybe this is what this card means too. Maybe you are feeling a bit overstretched right now. I don't know why it makes me very emotional. I don't know if I'm picking up on someone's energies right now, but it's like soul searching. It's time to go within and uncover your true feelings. Yeah, that's kind of what we were speaking about right here. Why do we do the things we do? Is it a pattern that we are choosing because we want to do it? Or is it something that we've learned growing up? What type of traumas may have happened in our lives to feel as if we must put our needs on the back burner and to only care about others? There's something about this. It's like where I feel like you gotta know, Pisces, that you are worthy of this dream and this life that you have for yourself, because those dreams didn't come to you for no reason. They're dreams and goals that have come to you because you are capable and they are meant for you. And I feel like, you know, another thing too, when we're too busy focusing on others, making sure everyone's okay, everything's aligned for other people, they're supported, we forget why we are really here for. We are here to kind of shine and be our best and authentic selves. And the people around us, that's the greatest gift that we can give to them, is for us to be 100% ourselves. We fill our own cups and they benefit from that. Another thing too, I feel, is that there are sometimes when we focus so much on other people and making sure their needs are met, we're not giving them the space to get their own needs met in their own way. We're not letting them have develop their own sea legs in a way where they're not being dependent on their own vibration. They're relying on you too much because you have been such a stable, dependable resource for them. And it's almost like when we do that, we're actually not, providing, or like we're not providing service to our community in the best way possible. Because in order to really see our community thrive, they also need to be able to kind of stand on their own too. And when we are always there making sure they're okay, and we're protecting them to make sure they're not fumbling and they're all right and cushiony, right? It's almost like they're not learning the lessons that they need to learn, because sometimes people need to fumble. Sometimes people need to fall. Sometimes people need to have setbacks, but you have to trust that they figure it out. That you have to trust that they're going to be okay. They're going to have to figure it out on their own. And I feel like that's another thing too. We don't realize this when we do this because we're doing it with love and compassion in our hearts to help other people. But if we're constantly shielding them and preventing them from learning certain lessons, that is something that we are accruing in ourselves, which is karma. We accrue karma because we are not allowing them to learn lessons that they need to, go through experiences that are meant to be on their path, and we are preventing it or delaying those lessons, and that can accrue karma on our path. So yeah, this is a little bit of a serious reading for December, but a lot of soul searching, a lot of time to reflect, to figure out why we are doing these patterns, and to kind of get back on track of bringing more balance and to kind of nurture ourselves moving forward. So this is your reading, Pisces. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this reading resonates with you. If this resonates with you, feel free to like, subscribe, and share. That really means a lot to me. And feel free to check out your rising and moon signs. Those also can influence your reading as well for December. But yes, thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.